Hello there. I hope that video has given you a glimpse of the typical day in the life of an Ateneo de Manila grade school student. Many parents have been asking us, what's really in store for my son this coming school year? What is he really going to do in this online learning environment? Well, my simple answer to that is we just have to know and understand the concept of learning time. What is learning time? Well, simply put, learning time is just the projected time needed for students to be on task. Every student needs to be on task, right? Especially when he's studying. He needs to be on task in order to finish the lesson, in order to finish the learning outcomes set forth by that subject. Now, we have already mentioned this before, that any learning activity can be a combination of synchronous and synchronous activities. When we talk about synchronous activities, we're referring to activities that require, real time and live interaction. As opposed to asynchronous activities, these are activities that are pretty much things that students can do on their own and at their own pace, right? But then again, these two words are a little bit hard to digest at the start. And so I would like to offer four new words that may probably help parents appreciate more what learning time is. Because any student who is on task will be doing one or a combination of any of these four types of activities. The first one is what we call in-class activity. An in-class activity refers to, a virtual classroom experience. And, this can only happen if you use a video conferencing tool or app, like a Google Meet app. Now, in terms of adult supervision, I would say adult supervision would be high whenever we have in-class activities, depending on the age of the student, and his familiarity with video conferencing tools. Adult assistance is really required, especially during the first week or the first few weeks of classes. Now, the second type of activity is what we call online activity. When we talk about online activities, these are activities that are internet related. And, needless to say, they need the use of a device. Now, these may include participating in a chat room or a discussion board or interacting with peers, for a group project or even taking an assessment, all of which can either be done in synchronous or asynchronous mode. But unlike in-class activities, I would say online activities would be on the moderate side in terms of adult supervision. Well, you can say that age and familiarity with online productivity tools will also determine the degree of adult assistance. You know, but it's considered moderate. Adult assistance may still be required so students gain confidence in technology use. The third type of activity is what we call on-screen activities. On-screen activities do not require the internet, but they require a device. Say, for example, you want to listen to a pre-recorded lecture, or you want to read a reference material which you have already downloaded and which have already been served in a hard drive. These are examples of on-screen activities. And like online activities, I would say adult supervision would be moderate at this point. Maybe adult supervision will be concentrated more on access assistance and basic troubleshooting. Now, the last kind of activity is called offline activity. Sometimes it's also called off-screen activities. These activities neither require face-to-face interaction or real-time interaction, nor the need to be on screen. Yet they still form part of the learning time of the course or the subject. And of all four, this has the lowest degree of adult assistance because pretty much children can be left on their own. So as you can see, any learning task can be one or a combination of any of the four types of activities that I have just presented. And that is important because we want to make sure that our students, your sons, are always on task whenever they are with us. This has been Mr. Jervy Robles, your guide, your assistant headmaster for academic affairs. And until next time, bye-bye.